Welcome to CSIT 306 IT Resource Planning. This session we'll be looking at managing an IT resource planning project. Acknowledge the importance of project management and control. We'll examine the process of organizational change. So what are the factors influencing information systems project successes? You have number of modifications, effective communication, authority for project implementation, business management, and the ability to generate additional funds to cover implementations. Now, factors that cause information systems projects to fail, first and foremost, poor technical methods, communication failures, poor leadership, and initial evaluation of project. And this table gives a detail of the cause of project failure, the cause and its results. Let's look at some risk factors. Organizational factors with regards to risk: changes in scope, sufficiency of resources, magnitude of potential loss, departmental conflict, and user experience. Other risk factors with regards to management support are changing requirements and scope, lack of commitment. Then software design risk factors include designing wrong functions, wrong user interface, then problems with outsourced components. Now, with regards to user involvement, the risks are lack of commitment, ineffective communication, conflicts, and inadequate familiarity with technologies. Project management risk factors are size and structure, control functions. Then the project escalation risk factors include societal norms and continual pouring resources into sinking ships. Take a look at some implementation risks. With regards to technology, the consistencies with current infrastructure. With regards to organization, the organizational implementation risk includes customization, increasing risk. The more you customize, the more the increased risk involved with implementation. Then under implementation risk with regards to organization, we look at redesign of business processes to fit package always decreases the risk. Now, what are the implementation risks with regards to human resource factors? IT staff skills and expertise. Then the project size, finally, is also another implementation risk. Let's look at managing large-scale projects, MRP or ITRP, IT resource planning. Now, package implementation differs from custom implementation with regards to vendor and the user skills. Now, with regards to management, we need a project champion, and you need to communicate with stakeholders when you are managing a large-scale project. And you need to have training with regards to MRP, and there should be good project management. The implementation factors when managing IT resource projects: re-engineering business process, changing corporate culture, and also the project team, which should include a business analyst as a team member. In managing IT resource planning projects, you need management support, and you need commitment to change, as well as risk management. And this table is a summary of the risk factors in IT resource projects with regards to organizational fit, skill set, management strategy, software design, user involvement in training, technology, training, or integration. Let's look at factors in successful IT projects. First of all is customization. It increases time and cost. We have use of external consultants. We have supplier relationship management. These are all factors in successful IT resource projects. There's change management. There are business measures. Then we look at project-related factors. Project division into sub-projects. That's dividing the main project into sub-projects. And the project leader with a proven track record. The projects focus on user needs instead of technology. The focus of the project is more on the user needs than the technology. Then we have the project champion, then the slack time in project schedule. These are additional factors in the success of a project. User training, which is very critical and must focus on the business, not just the technical aspect. Management reporting requirements. You may need to add query and reporting tools. Then we'll look at the technical changes, that is the data conversion, the interface development, and so on. And this table shows the factors that contribute to successful versus unsuccessful projects with regards to customization, use of consultants, amongst others, project leadership, project focus, the project champion, the schedule, user training, and so on. Now we'll look at this very brief example, the FoxMeyer versus the Dow Chemical. Now with the FoxMeyer, the project went over budget because of new clients. It implemented 2 new systems at the same time. Then the technical issues with they had technical issues with the IT resource planning software. There were no open communications. It was unrealistic expectation on the ROI. Now with the Dow, they had a project implementation problem. Dow had strong relationship and project champion, was able to adjust scope and maintain control, fostered open communications. Now there's a featured article at the end of this chapter in the recommended text, which is we are going to have a discussion on in class. It gives details about the FoxMeyer and the Dow Chemical. So I would urge you to take a look at that featured article at the end of this chapter in the recommended text, so that we will have a fruitful discussion. Let's have a summary of the project with regards to IT resource planning. We're saying that a number of factors will affect or will affect the success or failure of a system project, and there are operational methods and techniques. We also saw that business management and style also affects a success or a failure, and we've seen that leadership and communication plays a major role in the success or failure of a system project. We've also seen that risk factors affecting projects must be considered. So organizational factors, management support, software design, the level of user involvement, and the scope and size of the project itself must be looked at carefully. You've seen that implementation risk for technologies, the organization, and the human resources is also one that needs to be looked at carefully. We looked lastly at the fact that success in IT resource planning projects includes factoring in 1, consideration of customizations, use of external consultants, management of supplier relationships, establishing metrics, and change management. 2, project-related concerns, and lastly, technological changes, user training, and management requirements. Thank you.